Hello everybody, Manlius here, and welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XVI. And we're just going to continue with the main quest, the Gathering Storm, whose objective is to journey to Hawk's Cry Cliff, which we'll do right now. From these heathered highlands, one might catch a glimpse of Rosalith Castle and everything else in between.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Let's go ahead and collect this. Very nice that we have our trusty chocobo. Let's just try and avoid that for now. No need to get into senseless violence with some bees.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Nothing, we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right.
We have a shopkeep over here. Let's see what he has to
I ain't
sell.
got much, but what's mine
Just
is
a
yours.
Gaia blade,
for a price.
which seems to be the standard wear. Cobalt tassels. It's the color of the blade that feeds my pain. Increases limit break generation amount by 6% when taking damage. Okay. An elixir instantly restores all HP. Okay, that's pretty good. Can we sell all our valuables and we'll get 600 gil? We could sell the coral sword. I don't really see a need right now, because usually these things also end up at Karen's Toll. So we'll have a chance to get the Cobalt Tassels, and hopefully the Night Terror's Orchestrion roll too. I would like to get all the Orchestrion rolls.
Fare you well?
Okay, let's talk to this guy.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
Okay.
100? I heard it were 1,000.
If you didn't catch his name, it was, or title, I should say, it was Youth. If that is a youth here, then I am an elder.
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shield. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
But what do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pool.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosaria would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Let's make for Port Soldan. Shallow Rock. Interesting names. Can we call our Chocobo? Get us there a little bit quicker. And there's Ambrosia.
Through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Forming from the rock themselves, she appears. Oh, let's take these guys on.
Ever since the Apollo tree, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The Mother Crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
What do we get here? We're right. I swear, there has to be something that I'm missing when it comes to crafting. Because I have to have hundreds of materials now, and just upgrading stuff doesn't seem like the best way to do it. So there's something over here besides these guys. Yes, there is. That is okay.
Straight home now.
Let's get off. What is this floating thing over here? Let's find out. It looked like an enemy at first, but I wasn't too sure. And I got the bull's horn braid, so their chest. Let's take a look at what that is exactly. It's probably a thing. So increases the lunge damage by 5%. The Minotaur is a stupid creature, rushing blindly any traveler who strays upon his territory. The traveler who strays upon a Minotaur's territory is a stupider creature still. An excerpt from the Valstilian Pilgrimage. Okay, not too worried about lunge damage. What I do want to do is, let's see how many ability points we have. We have quite a bit. We have all of these, I believe. Yes, we do. Okay, are we missing anything? The Judgment Bolt, I definitely want to get. I think I might change up my Phoenix attacks. Because right now, I have Ignition, Will o' the Wisps, but I think I might be better off with maybe Rising Flames or Flames of Rebirth. I just need something that is kind of more attack. I mean, Ignition's good. I don't know. I feel like I need to change something with my abilities. Maybe I'll do Rook's Gambit. Gouge is good for stagger. But Aerial Blast is 2. But Aerial Blast I can't really use on bosses. So I think what we'll do is we'll switch out Aerial Blast for Wicked Wheel. We'll change up... Actually, we'll do Rook's Gambit and Wicked Wheel up here. I think we'll maintain Will o' the Wisps. Actually, no. We're going to change this one for Flames of Rebirth. And I feel like either Heatwave or Scarlet Cyclone. But ignition does more damage, so we need something that... Let's do Rising Flames. Let's just try that out for now. Right, mix it up a little bit. Okay, we got some black shields that we're probably going to...
More of my mother's men.
Watch this. Awesome. And easy peasy. Okay, so let's get back on our chocobo.
Faster!
Let's just make sure, you know, there could be like some chests or something.
Be safe.
Fallen bugs, perhaps. Let's try and get good with the Rook's Gambit again. Nice. I feel like it's not even worth getting on our chocobo right now. Did we just go in a circle? Oh yeah, we did. Okay, let's just go for the objective then. Like, I want to explore, but I'm also trying to
Fly, Ambrosia.
not make the what am I trying to say? I guess not break up like the flow of the game. But I do want to get into some combat, so let's do that. Oh, we do have a chest. Did we come from... Okay, let's see. Been so lost. And we got a goblin coin. And again, a lot of materials. Let's take out these black shields. Okay. Those guys are down. Nothing else over here for us, so let's get Ambrosia and try and
Good girl.
quicken things up. It's not here.
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again.
Okay, well,
I'll show you a true shape of Rosaria.
I guess I can't lock onto them. Oh, I gotta take out this guy. Okay, there we go. Okay.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Alright, let's, like Clive said, let's try and hurry there. But first we'll pick up this item that is distracting us, so we must go out of our way to get it for a sharp fang. How nice.
Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
This drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
I really want to know the backstory of our mother. Here we go. Former Duchess of Rosaria, now Empress of the Holy Empire of Sanbreque. It was ever her purpose in life to preserve her phoenix-bearing bloodline, for which reason she betrayed her husband, that she might enter in league with the force she judged the mightier. Now she rules over Rosaria as vicereine of the imperial province, which she rules with a cruelty and contempt for the baseborn that was unknown in Archduke Elwin's day. But that still doesn't really tell us why. So let's look at the vice-regency. The imperial province incorporating the lands that were once Rosaria, ruled over by Annabella, former Duchess of Rosaria. One of her first acts as vicereine was to institute a new order of knights, the Black Shields, who were dispatched to every corner of the province to maintain order. They would later come to serve as her personal army, settling her grievances against bearers and ducal loyalists. The Black Shields are an order of knights instituted by Empress Annabella in one of her first acts as vicereine of the newly established imperial province of Rosaria. They are tasked with purging the impurities from the province, which in practice primarily involves slaying bearers upon the slightest pretext. And these callings are one of their many acts. After being made vicereine of the newly annexed Rosarian territory, the Empress Annabella quietly established a host of loyal imperial soldiers, the Black Shields, to maintain order. Though branded as keepers of the peace, their true purpose is to carry out what has come to be known as callings, or brutal massacres of provincial bearers and those who show them sympathy. The killing is swift and indiscriminate, with the shields dispatched serving as judge, jury, and executioner. And the chaos left in their wake is usually enough to deliver entire settlements to ruin. Let's see. The imperial province of Rosaria. The lands comprising the western reaches of the continent of Storm, formerly known as the Grand Duchy of Rosaria, it became an imperial province after its annexation by the Holy Empire of Sanbreque in the year 1861. Annabella Lesage, once Duchess of Rosaria and now Empress of Sanbreque, was granted stewardship of her former home and the title of vicereine, a role she embraced with sadistic relish, enacting a regime of crippling taxation and constant surveillance, along with renewed persecution of the bearer population. And our goal location, Port Isolde, a port city situated on the southwestern coast of the imperial province of Rosaria. Only Rosalith rivals it for size, and in the glory days of Archduke Elwin's reign, its streets bustled with traders from across Valisthea. Sadly, those days are long since gone, and Sanbrequois occupation has seen everything, from marketplaces to military institutions, subverted to the will of the Empire. Okay, so we got a little bit of background, and I'll try to remember to do the active Time Lore more often. Maybe I'll work it into the beginning of the episode from now on, and parts throughout. But let's take a gander around here, shall we? And we are at the Aldo Docks. The place is rather barren, with not much for us to explore. Over there is Reddock's Jump and Crooked Nash's Pier. Oh, poor guy. I wonder if we can lower this somehow. Okay, we can't. We got a chest here, though. 10 chunks of wheelwright. I cannot wait till I figure out what to do with all this. It can't be just to sell it. I'm wondering if I should even bother looking around here more. If all I'm gonna get is chest of crafting materials that I don't really need. Okay, so that's activated. Let's just make for Port Isolde, shall we?
Not here.
Okay. Kind of a
approaching
weird
Newer Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Looks like somebody's gonna stop us on our way.
I can walk from here.
Didn't happen to come by way of Oldhill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morn, you couldn't see the sun for all the ravens.
Jeez. It's dark.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road.
Let's see what this says. In honor of the 250th anniversary of the founding of the Grand Duchy of Rosaria.
No, you didn't hear nothing.
Interesting.
They tell us there's a curfew, but then refuse us passage back to our homes.
We won't survive another night.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
I'm hungry.
Is it even worth to, like, get on my chocobo? And then it plays this, like, really weird theme. This is... We're gonna get this. Probably, yeah, briar clamshells. Plenty of those. Don't really need to waste my time fighting those guys, so we'll just run.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. We should start with the main
This
gate
looks nice.
and see where that gets us.
Yeah, it's a little overgrown, but it looks nice. It's not, like, completely destroyed.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Let us pass! My children are starving! Have mercy! Voice-rinse dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
More than enough
Fuck off!
Find the chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all!
I said, where were you, filth?
Back to your sties!
Cut you down where you stand!
Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
Perhaps the gates that we passed on the
I
way.
thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
Okay, and we start the black light burns.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
Why even bother with the front gate then? Right? We're not exactly, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Inconspicuous. Like, we know that there has to be somebody amongst the guards that knows of our existence, whether it's Clive or Sid. So wouldn't we want to use that extra, like, precaution?
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Great. Glad I got 10 spools of steel silk.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Enemies bested, indeed. I mean, see, it didn't say slain, so one of them has to be alive, right? Or maybe all of them, and we become friends? Let's find out.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's
Tyler.
long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died.
Where's that? Wait, I can't remember.
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye. The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord. But in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we.
Make ready.
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Let's go defeat
And
the
let's
bandits.
hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
I thought we were gonna go defeat the Black Shields. Looks like we're just gonna go speak with Wade.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buick Bridge, and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
Sir Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Okay, party members. Throughout the main scenario, Clive will often be joined by various companions who are keen to lend their assistance. However, depending on Clive's destination, they may choose to remain behind at the hideaway. Wasn't that not implied? It's such a weird thing. Like, this game is... it's constant... You're constantly in a tutorial. I don't know. That was just really weird.
What is it you require?
Nothing from you. Maybe the demon tamer's arm guards. It is difficult for a demon to find a willing vessel. So while the hells are cluttered with bodiless aberrations clawing to escape, rarely do they ever succeed. However, those that do exhibit inhuman strength and malice, can wreak havoc on the corporeal world. Thus, efforts are made to trap and tame the fallen souls, that they might not torment the living. Those are better than our Metin bonds, so we're going to go ahead and pick them up.
As you wish, my lord.
His crimson tassels are 2,000 more than they were at the other guy. That's really strange. And these are more too.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
That's really strange. Okay. And we're going to end the episode here. I feel as if continuing might stretch it out just a bit too long. And this is probably going to be a pretty big story beat. So I'd rather start fresh. In any case, I hope you enjoyed that episode. I hope you're enjoying the game. I know I complained a little bit during this past episode, but they're just small details that pop up every now and then. But it really does not detract from how great this story is so far. I'm really, really excited to see the story with our mother. I think there's so much left to be told there that is kind of being kept close to the chest with this game. So I'm excited to see what that is. But in any case, as always, I appreciate you stopping by, and we'll see you next time.